Hey, what's up everybody? This is Nightwing2303 from Nightwing2303.com. Today is my day 6 for 23 Days of Jays, and this is one of my favorite colorways of the Air Jordan 6. I think I have 3 pairs of Air Jordan 6s. I have these guys here. I have the white and varsity red, and then I also have the Motorsport edition. My favorite Air Jordan 6 of all time, besides this pair here, is probably a toss-up between the original September Blues or the white and maroons. I've never seen the September Blue in person, but I have seen the maroons in person, and they were really, really nice. I can't really explain it because it's such a plain kind of colorway. It's all white, and then it's got some like maroon hits down here, and the tongue and all of that stuff. But whatever it is about that shoe, I just think it's real clean. This is the most favorite that I have, at least in my possession. I actually don't really have a story with these. All I can really say is that this is the first shoe that I actually went out and stood in line for. These came out in the Countdown pack back in 2008, and this one, I think I went down to a mall. It was like the only mall that had them, and it was about an hour away, maybe a little bit less than an hour away from where I was living at the time, and it was the only mall in the area that was going to be receiving the shoes that was at least close to me, because the place where I was living at the time, they really only had one Foot Locker, and that Foot Locker was like a horrible account, and so they only had some of the more basic shoes. They didn't really carry a lot of these retro products, especially not the Countdown packs. So yeah, so basically I went down, and I went just to ask this person. I just happened to be in the area, and I went to a finish line, and I asked them, are they going to be getting this this shoe here, this package? And the guy said yes, and he also told me that he could pre-order them. So basically I just paid for them right there, and then I ended up going back there on release day. This is like a week prior to the release, and so I ended up going back on release day, and I woke up at like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I drove all the way to the mall in the rain, and I'm actually afraid of the rain. I'm not going to get into that story, but basically I almost died in a car accident in the rain, and so I'm terrified of driving in the rain, which is a weird thing to be afraid of, but you know, I'm afraid of it. So yeah, so I'm driving super slow on the freeway hella early in the morning just to pick up a pair of shoes. You know that you really want a pair of shoes when you face your fears. So but yeah, so basically I get there, and I wait in line, and I get my pair, and then I went home, and afterwards they only took pre-orders on one other shoe, which was the Air Jordan 23, and then that manager at that finish line got fired, I guess, because apparently pre-ordering is against the rules now. So which kind of sucks, because that was really useful for me, just to be able to secure my pair. And that's pretty much it. This is actually going to be the pair that I'm going to be playing in for the Air Jordan project. One thing that somebody had mentioned, or not somebody, but a couple of people, let me pull out the insole real quick. But the Air Jordan 6, they have a cardboard kind of lining inside. And I believe the Air Jordan 7, some of them, some of the more recent retros might have that typical like that nylon last underneath, or not last, but like the footbed and all that stuff. I think it's called the Strobel board. So, but basically the Air Jordan 6, they have these. Every pair of 6s that I have actually has this in there. So I don't think that's like a cheap thing. That's just how they used to be made back in the day. To my knowledge, I could be wrong. They could have used a regular kind of like nylon woven Strobel board. I'm really hoping that I'm saying that correctly. If it's not a Strobel board, just correct me, and I don't mind, you know, critiques and all that stuff. Everything's always like a learning experience. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I love these shoes. Can't wait to play in them. It's a classic colorway, and One regret that I have as far as the Air Jordan 6 is not picking up the black and varsity reds. Those things sat around in my area for days, and they even went on sale at Foot Lockers, and I still was like, nah, I don't really like them. And then now I'm kind of like, man, I really wish I picked those up. That's something that most of us probably experience on a daily basis, where we pass on something and then all of a sudden we decide that we want it because we're so inconsistent with our wants as a sneaker community. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. Shout out to DJ Hess, Jumpman Bostic, and ID Soul Creator. They are also doing this, so if you have not checked out their vids, they're a day ahead of me, so today they should be on the Air Jordan 7, and I'll get in that tomorrow. So thank you very much for all your support, and until next time guys, have a good one.